Listen, this 3 ultra-rare penny reaches record $108 million price. Do you have one right now, somewhere in your house, in your pocket, maybe even sitting in a jar? You could be holding a wheat penny that looks completely ordinary, but it's actually a silent fortune. I'm talking about a coin people ignore every single day. A coin people are literally spending without thinking. And it's worth serious money. This is not hype, this is not fiction, this is real auction shock. And today, on Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we're exposing one of the most overlooked, underestimated, and dangerously easy-to-miss coins out there. Do not spend these coins. I mean it. Because if you have this one, you're holding a life-changing opportunity. And trust me, what's coming later in this video gets even bigger, rarer, and more shocking. So stay locked in. Now imagine this. It's 1956. America is moving fast. Money is tight for a lot of families, and coins are flowing through hands like water. Nobody's thinking about saving pennies. Nobody's thinking about the future value. They're just spending, surviving, moving forward. And right in the middle of all that, this wheat penny was born. Quietly. No attention. No hype. Just another coin entering circulation, or at least that's what everyone thought. But here's where things start to shift. This 1956 wheat penny, without a mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia, carries a kind of quiet mystery that collectors today can't ignore. Because while millions were made, very few survived the way collectors want them. And that's where the story turns into serious money. You pick this coin up, and the first thing you notice is that worn, slightly aged Lincoln portrait on the front. Abraham Lincoln facing right, calm, steady, almost like he's been watching history unfold. Around him, the words, "In God we trust," across the top, "Liberty," to the left. And the date, 1956, stamped clearly on the right. No mint mark under the date. That's your first critical detail. That missing mint mark, that tells a story. And this detail changes everything for collectors who know what they're looking at. Flip the coin over, and now you see those iconic wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. That design, simple, simple, classic, but powerful. It represents an era that's gone. And coins like this, they're not coming back. Now here's something most people completely overlook: the composition. This coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. That means it has a certain weight, a certain feel in your hand. About 3.11 grams. The diameter, 19 millimeters. Thickness, around 1.52 millimeters. These details might sound small, but collectors obsess over this stuff. Because when everything matches perfectly, weight, size, metal, it confirms authenticity. And authenticity, that's where the money lives. But let's talk about what really makes this specific coin hit different. That rusty green-spotted surface on the obverse side. Most people see that and think, damage, big mistake. Because natural toning, aging, oxidation, when it happens the right way, it tells collectors this coin has lived a real life. It hasn't been cleaned, it hasn't been messed with. It's original. And original coins, that's where the hidden wealth is. Listen carefully. Never clean this coin. Not ever. The second you try to improve it, you destroy the very thing that makes it valuable. Collectors don't want shiny, they want real. They want history. They want untouched surfaces that prove the coin survived decades without interference. Now here's where things get serious. This coin, in extra fine condition, is already rare because most coins from 1956 were heavily circulated. They were used, dropped, scratched, worn down, and eventually lost. Finding one that still holds its detail, its structure, its original look, that's not common anymore. Supply is shrinking fast, but demand, it's rising, quietly, aggressively. And when these coins show up at auctions, it's not loud, it's not flashy, it's silent, intense bidding. Collectors watching closely, waiting, then striking. Because they know this coin is special. They know this is not just a penny, this is a hidden treasure. Today's market value? Around $180,190 in the United States. Let that sink in. A coin people are still spending like it's nothing, worth serious money. Worth life-changing wealth. This coin is a treasure. This coin changes everything. So what should you be checking right now? Look at the date, 1956. Look under the date, no mint mark. Check the condition. Are the details still sharp? Is the surface original with natural toning? That rusty greenish look might actually be your biggest clue. And if you think you've got something, don't guess. Get it professionally graded. Because one small detail, one tiny difference, can turn an ordinary coin into a silent fortune. And remember this, patience is everything. The biggest collectors, they don't rush. They hold. Because they know value rises when supply disappears. And coins like this, they're disappearing every single day. Do not spend this coin. I'm serious. Because if you do, you might be throwing away something collectors are fighting for. And just when you think this is shocking, the next coin we're about to reveal, it's rarer, more dangerous to ignore, and the kind of coin that could completely flip your understanding of what's hiding in your pocket. Stay with me, because what's coming next is even bigger. All right, now we're stepping into something even more intense. And if you thought the last coin was shocking, this one is on a whole different level. Because this is the kind of wheat penny people literally overlook every single day, and it's quietly sitting there as a hidden fortune. I'm talking about a 1,947 wheat penny with no mint mark. And if you're not paying attention, you could spend it like it's nothing. Do not spend this coin. I mean it. Because what looks like an ordinary, slightly worn penny could actually be a life-changing opportunity hiding in plain sight. Picture this. 1947 America is coming out of the shadows of World War II. The economy is shifting. Industries are adjusting. People are rebuilding their lives. Coins are moving fast, faster than ever. Nobody is stopping to examine pennies. Nobody is thinking about saving them. These coins were used hard, passed from hand to hand, pocket to pocket, across a nation trying to stabilize. And right in that flood of circulation, this coin was born. Now here's where it gets serious. This 1,947 wheat penny without a mint mark means it came out of Philadelphia. No mint mark under the date. That's your first signal. And while millions were struck, very few survived in the kind of condition collectors are hunting today. Especially with something even more powerful. Those green layers on both the obverse and reverse. Most people would panic seeing that, but collectors, they lean in closer. Because that natural oxidation, that layered toning, it tells a story of authenticity. A story that this coin has never been cleaned, never been altered. And that changes everything. You look at the front. Abraham Lincoln's profile is still there, steady and strong. In God we trust, arches across the top, liberty sits to the left, and the date, 1947, rests clearly on the right. No mint mark. That absence is not empty, it's meaningful. It connects this coin to a specific place, a specific moment in history, and collectors care about that more than most people realize. Flip it over, and those wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. That classic wheat design, it's more than just art. It's a signature of an era that's gone forever. Coins like this are no longer being made, and every year, fewer of them exist in original condition. Now hold this coin in your mind for a second, because the physical details matter more than people think. This coin weighs about 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19 millimeters. Thickness, around 1.52 millimeters. It's made from 95% copper with a small mix of tin and zinc. That composition gives it that rich tone, that aging effect, that deep, almost antique feel. And when those green layers form naturally over decades, it becomes something collectors chase. Not avoid, chase. But here's the danger, and most people fall right into this trap. They see discoloration, they think it's dirty, and they clean it. The moment you clean this coin, you destroy its soul. You erase its history. You wipe away the very proof that it survived untouched. Never clean this coin. Ever. Because once that original surface is gone, so is the serious money. Now let's talk about why this specific coin, in very fine condition, is so powerful. Most 1,947 pennies didn't make it this far with this level of detail. They were worn down, scratched, damaged, or melted away into history. But a coin that still holds its structure, its lettering, its defined features, that's rare. And when you combine that with original green layered toning on both sides, that's when collectors start paying very close attention. And trust me, when this coin shows up in the market, it doesn't sit there waiting. Collectors move fast, but quietly. This isn't loud bidding. It's calculated, intense, almost secretive. Because the people who understand this coin, they're not letting it go. They're holding. They're locking it away. Which means supply keeps shrinking and demand keeps rising. Today's market value, around $240,100 in the United States. Let that hit you. A penny worth serious money. This is not hype. This is not fiction. This is hidden wealth sitting in drawers, jars, and pockets across the country. This coin is special. This coin is a treasure. You're holding a fortune, and most people don't even realize it. So what should you be doing right now? Check the date, 1947. Look under it. No mint mark. Examine the surfaces. Are there natural green layers on both sides? Does it look untouched, original, aged the right way? Look closely at the details in Lincoln's face, the wheat lines on the reverse. Are they still visible? These tiny details, they're everything. And if you think you've found one, don't guess. Get it professionally graded, because one small difference, one overlooked detail, can be the difference between a regular coin and a life-changing opportunity. This is not the kind of coin you rush to sell. Patience is golden here. The smartest collectors? They wait, because they know every year fewer of these exist, and every year they become harder to find. Do not spend this coin. Don't even think about it, because once it's gone, and someone else will recognize what you missed. And now, get ready, because the next coin, it's not just rarer. It's the kind of coin that collectors are desperate to find, the kind that creates real auction chaos, the kind that could make everything you've seen so far feel small. Stay right here, because what's coming next is the one nobody is prepared for. Now this is where everything changes. If you made it this far, you're about to see the kind of coin that most people will go their entire lives without ever recognizing, even if they held it in their own hands. I'm talking about a 1,920 wheat penny with no mint mark. And this one is on another level. This is not just a coin. This is a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity that people are still accidentally spending every single day. Do not spend this coin, because if you miss this, you could be losing something worth serious money without even realizing it. Take a second and go back in time. 1920th America is stepping into a new era right after World War I. The economy is unstable, industries are shifting, and the country is adjusting to a completely different financial reality. Coins were moving fast, and quality control wasn't what collectors expect today. These pennies weren't protected. They were used hard, passed around constantly, exposed to rough environments. And right in that moment, this wheat penny was struck in Philadelphia. No mint mark under the date, and that missing mark is your first signal that you might be looking at something special. Now picture the coin in your hand. On the front, Abraham Lincoln's profile, worn, aged, but still powerful. In God we trust, across the top, liberty to the left, and the date 1920 stamped on the right. No mint mark. That absence connects this coin to a specific mint, a specific moment in history, and collectors pay attention to that detail more than anything. Because this detail, this tiny missing mark, can separate an ordinary coin from a hidden fortune. Flip it over, and those iconic wheat stalks appear, framing 1 cent and United States of America. That design is more than just classic. It's a signature of a time that's long gone. And coins from this era, they're not just old, they're survivors. Now here's where things get even more intense. Those grey and black layers on both the obverse and reverse. Most people see that and think the coin is damaged. But collectors see something completely different. They see natural aging. They see original toning. They see proof that this coin has not been cleaned, not been altered, not been destroyed by careless hands. And that original surface, that untouched look, that's where the quiet wealth lives. Never clean this coin, not under any circumstance. The moment you try to polish it, shine it, or fix it, you erase decades of history. You kill the value instantly. Collectors don't want perfection. They want authenticity. They want the real surface, the real story, the real coin. Now feel this coin, because the physical details matter more than most people realize. It weighs about 3.11 grams. The diameter is 19 millimeters. Thickness sits around 1.52 millimeters. Made from 95% copper with a small mix of tin and zinc. That composition gives it that deep, aged tone, that antique feel, that unmistakable presence when you hold it. And when those grey and black layers settle naturally over time, it becomes something collectors chase aggressively. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Coins from 1920 rarely survive in fine condition. They were heavily circulated, worn down, damaged, and lost. Finding one that still holds its design, its structure, its visible detail, that's already rare. But finding one with original surfaces, natural toning, and no interference, that's where things cross into serious money. And when coins like this show up, the market reacts. Quietly, but aggressively. Collectors don't make noise. They move with precision. They watch, they wait, and then they strike. Because they know what this is. They know this coin is special. They know this is not just a penny. This is a hidden treasure that's disappearing every year. Supply is shrinking. Demand is rising. And the people who understand this coin, they're not selling. They're holding, locking it away, protecting it. Because they know, once these are gone, they're gone. Today's market value, around $320,450 in the United States. Let that hit you. A single penny worth life-changing wealth. Worth serious money. This coin is a treasure. This is the kind of coin that changes everything. You're holding a fortune. And most people would never even look twice at it. So what should you be doing right now? Check the date, 1920th. Look under it. No mint mark. Study the surfaces. Are there natural gray and black layers? Does it look untouched? Aged the right way? Look closely at Lincoln's features. The wheat lines, the lettering. Every tiny detail matters, because this detail changes everything. And if you think you've found one, don't guess. Get it professionally graded. That step is critical, because authentication, condition, originality, that's where the real value is confirmed. Be patient. That's how collectors win. They don't rush, they don't panic, they hold, because they understand that time only makes coins like this more valuable. Do not spend this coin. I'm serious, because if you let it go, someone else will recognize it, and you'll never get that chance back. And now think about this. If coins like these are still hiding in circulation, still being ignored, still being spent like nothing, how many silent fortunes are slipping through people's hands every single day? This is not fiction. This is hidden treasure hiding in plain sight.